Hello, everyone. This is VLabs, founders of LENDBIT, and we are excited to present our submission for the Base Batches Buildathon. LENDBIT is a decentralized lending platform built on Base that combines the flexibility of peer-to-peer lending with the instant accessibility of liquidity pool lending, all within one unified experience. Our protocol was one of the winners of the Based Africa Hackathon, and since then, we've gone even further with a brand new UI, a fully modular smart contract using the EIP 2535 Diamond standard, and preparations for cross-chain interoperability with the Optimism superchain. Whether you're a lender looking for passive yield or a borrower seeking tailored loan terms, LendBit offers a powerful tool to help you do it safely, transparently, and entirely on-chain. LendBit offers two powerful ways to lend and borrow crypto. The first way is the peer-to-peer, and the second is the liquidity pool lending. With the peer-to-peer model, borrowers can negotiate custom loan terms directly with lenders, making it ideal for users who need flexibility and want to borrow larger amounts. And lenders in this model get full control over who they lend to and under what conditions they lend. On the other hand, the liquidity pool model is designed for speed and simplicity. Borrowers can access instant loans from a shared pool, while lenders earn passive yield by supplying assets without needing to manage individual deals. Together, both models give users the best of both worlds: personalization when needed and efficiency when preferred. Let's jump right into the demo. All right, welcome to LENDBIT.Finance dashboard. At single glance, a user can see the total collateral they have and the assets that they've collateralized, the total amount they've supplied, the total amount that is available for them to borrow, as well as their health factor. So in the portfolio section, we can see every single thing that the user has deposited. So currently here, the user has deposited 20 ETH of testnet funds, obviously, of collateral, and the user has supplied 10 ETH into the liquidity pool. So basically, we're going to navigate to the markets so we see what options are available to us. So currently, everything here is testnet. We have different assortment of liquidity pool markets. We have the DAI market, chain, wrapped Ethereum, a lot of them. We can see how much is in the pool, what the current supply APY is, what the current borrow APR is, and our user can just dive right in. So this particular user right now will be borrowing DAI. So I have my collateral supplied, which is visible here. So I'm going to just borrow, say, $1,000 worth of DAI. So I just click on borrow. Okay, I'm here already, and say I want to borrow $1,000 worth of DAI. I have enough collateral. From here, I can see the total borrow APR, all calculated and received from the contract, and how much this will cost me monthly, right? How much it will cost me to maintain this position every month. And in just a single click, a user can just click borrow and borrow straight from the liquidity pool instantly. So once I confirm the transaction with my wallet, it loads, and immediately I get my DAI loan. Yes, 1,000 DAI stablecoin borrowed successfully. So I can see that it's super easy, super intuitive. I can equally supply any token. Say I want to supply 50 link into the liquidity pool. This is how much I'm going to earn every month, right? Based on this supply APY, and I could just totally click on start earning, sign the transaction with my MetaMask, and as easy as that, I have supplied link straight into the pool. So it's approving the token for me to spend, and I'm going to sign the approval, confirm, sign the approval, confirm, and as easy as that, I've supplied link right into the pool, and I can start earning. So in very, very simple steps, users can come, hit the liquidity pool, borrow, and lend from it in few clicks. Right here on the positions page, we have a graph that shows user position. Currently, I don't have any borrow positions open. That's why the borrow section of the graph is, still stuck at 0. But here I can keep track of my borrow power, keep track of what I've borrowed and lent in the liquidity pool. Right, these are my active borrows. Right, these are my active supplies in the liquidity pool. And for our second model, that's the peer-to-peer. I don't have any others open. So say I want to lend a particular amount of funds for a particular period of time, and I'm willing to pay only a specific amount of APR on that particular, specific amount of interest on that particular asset for that period of time, and I cannot find any of our liquidity pool markets that can serve that particular order. What I can do totally is just come to create, right, and create my own custom lend order. It's fully customizable. I determine the dates, I determine how much profits, I determine the volume, every single thing. So we're jumping right into that right now. So say I want to, I have this much wet, and I'm willing to lend people. Let's say I want to create a liquidity, deploy my own liquidity pool with let's say 50 ETH, right? And what I want is 10%, and I'm willing to keep this liquidity pool open for 2 weeks, and I don't want to whitelist any wallet, so anybody can totally just come here and deposit. So by clicking on next, I'm deploying my liquidity pool, and what I want to do is a minimum of 10 and a maximum of one person can only, let's say a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 2 words, or maybe 10. Let's say minimum of 1 and maximum of 10, right? So what I can do is just create lend order, and once I click this, I have deployed my own custom liquidity pool that other borrowers can come and borrow from. So it's super simple, super easy. You want to be the manager of your own liquidity pool. In one click, process the listing of 50 wrapped Ether, and I sign the transaction right there in my MetaMask. And in these simple clicks, I have literally created my own Aave. So you see, it's a 50 wrapped ETH loan listed successfully, and the order is created. So if you come to the market, right, and I check the lend orders, right, I can see my my lend order right here. So we see that we have 50 ETH available to borrow, and we have this amount of APR, and anybody can just come straight here and borrow. Same thing for the borrow order. Same thing for the borrow order. You can just come to the borrow order, click how much asset you need and how long you need it for and how much you're willing to pay back, and create the order, and just like that, the order gets pushed to the marketplace, and prospective lenders can find it and lend you money. So this is how simple and intuitive it is. Thank you so much for watching. We do hope to get positive feedback, and we are confident that with LENDBIT, DeFi on Base and in the Optimism Superchain, and in fact the entire ecosystem will be revolutionized. Thank you so much.